Alrighty. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Saturday morning. Imagine. No, welcome to Saturday Morning Super Pals show. It is not Saturday morning. It's indeed Monday morning, October 7th. And today is going to be some American Truck Simulator. Going back to reading a transcript from Trump. I'm not going to have it on the screen this time because last time it was just in the way and obnoxious. And I don't know why I did that. It's not like it's a video that you can see. So why have it on there? So good morning. Here we are. Got my tea. Lock my chair. Alright. Chair locked in place. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. If it's not morning where you're at, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're eating good foods. Hope you're feeling safe. Hope I don't have a cord in my way. What's going on down here? Yeah, your kitty cat. What are you doing, beast? Got a kitty cat over here. Alright, let's, so Donald Trump did a town hall in, where was it? Where was the town hall at? Where was the town hall at? Uh-oh, cords. We got cord problem. Fayetteville. Yeah, Fayetteville. Yep, that's right, because it was Fort Bragg. Well, formerly Fort Bragg, now Fort Liberty, thankfully. Yeah, even though my father served there. Sorry, Dad. I prefer Fort Liberty over Fort Bragg. Don't need to be celebrating people that suck. And Colonel Bragg, General Bragg, can't remember. He sucked. I can't remember his rank. Not important to remember it. Colonel, probably. Probably Colonel. Alright, let's get going. Last time we left off with our intrepid hero, we flipped my truck. So I got it back. Everything's going... What? Everything's going good now. Truck's back online. Start her up. Okay. Start her up. Let's get going. I think we're still on a job. Brake on. I tried to flip a truck over today. Oh, I changed my screen up. Well, before we get driving and talking, let's fix my screen. Let's fix that. What was it? Nope. Do I have a job? Are we on a job? Free market jobs in progress. Alright, let's resume. How do I get my screen back? Nope. F2? No. No. We'll get it. There it is. Ah, sorry about that. Sorry I had to see my face and hear my neck up close. Alright. Well, that's not right either. Why is it not showing the job path? It's not marking my path out. Let's just cancel it. Whatever. Now let's find a new job before we start. Jobs, freight market. Let's find a new job. There we go. That's cool. Yeah, that's worth a lot. We need to get that. We need money. There we go. Now we got a path. Now we can start going. Alright, so. Oop. Where are we going here? Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. Let's get on the road. On the road and trucking. Oh, we don't need 5 low. Ahem. So we do a reread because, let's go over that. Things Donald Trump says. Oops. Our wipers. The things Donald Trump says. Between the two candidates, out of who's running right now, it is very difficult to do one of 3 things. When you're listening to Donald Trump speak, you're doing one of 3 things typically. The first 2 are pretty easy. You listen to Donald Trump and you hear what he has to say. You agree with it, you think it's good, you like it, and that's fine. You support him. Or you listen to what he has to say, and like what we would do with a young child who has a problem speaking with things and keeping up with a consistent thought. Oops, I need to get back over. You just interpret what he says for what you think he probably means. That is what we don't need to do at all. The third thing that people have a hard time doing is what we're going to do today. Is we are going to read what he has to say for what he is saying. Not interpret it, not make it easy on him. You got to really hear what he has to say. So if I read it out loud, maybe we'll get it. I've seen a couple people doing it in short form. We'll see how the long form goes. If it's not something cool, we change it up. This ain't no permanent show. This ain't no thing. So we will do that when I stop at this stoplight. Alright, so Donald Trump begins his introduction with Silk. So we'll skip that. And the first audience question from Fayetteville, North Carolina, in the Fort Liberty area. I think maybe at even Fort Liberty. Having a drink of my tea. Waiting to pull off here. The interviewer for Donald Trump, or the moderator for today's town hall is Anna Paulina Luna. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to lie. I didn't look up who this I'm sure okay woman is. Let's see. Where's our job at? Not there. Whoop. Almost fucking ran into that. Job's not there. It's behind me. I saw it. I just saw it in my rear view. Oop. Ninja. You can't drive truck with me. There it is. Here we are. Let's grab it. Let's grab a. Let me get this way up here. Why is my keyboard so far away? You don't need to be way up there, keyboard. Now my job better be here. See, every time I show up to the place, the job isn't right there. Is there a different spot for a job? This isn't the job that I wanted. No, it says that's what it is. Maybe I'm not allowed to get it. Alright, we'll take what we got. We'll take what we can take. We'll take the job we can take, I suppose. Let's see. That one's $17,000. Take job. Ninja, you kitty cats, you are really not going outside. What? My truck's stalling out so much. I suck at driving? Yep. Alright, where are we at here? Right there. Let's get our trailer hooked up. Anna asks, we'll say Anna. Mrs. Luna. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Let's probably get over more. We're right next to the steel bars, thanks. Now I'm way over. Now we're way over. Let's go forward. Let's get lined up right here. Let's get lined up right here. Oh shit. Oh shit. There it is. Perfect. Nah, not really, but we're gonna call it perfect. Okay, put her in reverse. Make sure she stops. Trailer brake. Okay, trailer brake works. Well, let's skedaddle. First question. Thank you. All right, Mr. President, are you ready? Yeah, I'm going to be very careful with these. These weren't designed for me exactly. But yeah, that sucks for Trump, huh? When the questions aren't softball. When you're not going through softball interviews with Sean Hannity. Why, Chuck? Being such a pain in the ass. When you're not getting softball questions by Sean Hannity and people on Right Side Broadcasting Network, then yeah, it does kind of suck. Questions aren't quite made for anybody when you're a candidate. They're made to find out what you're about and what you're doing. So these questions aren't made for me exactly, he says. Alright, Mr. President, our first question comes from Allie. Oop. First question comes from Allie. Lights on? Okay. She was one of the residents here in North Carolina that was directly impacted by the hurricane, and it destroyed her community. That sucks. Allie, where are you at? Allie speaks up, gets up. Let's take off. Good evening, Mr. President Trump. My name is Allie. I'm from Foothills, North Carolina. Our entire community has been decimated. Thank you, President Trump, for visiting the disaster sites to bring attention to donating millions in relief. This week we have learned that not only did 13,000 murderers illegally cross our border, but FEMA is out of money. That's not true, because they have been providing $9,000 to every illegal. Oop, gotta go this way. Kitty cat. Enough is enough. We must put Americans first. We must turn. Alright, Ninja. Kitty cat. Go. Live streaming with kitty cats in the area. That's what we get. Ninja? No. You guys better let me on the expressway. Enough is enough. We must put Americans first. How soon will you be deporting the murderers? So a couple premises there. A, they're not murderers. That's completely false. The question that this fine young woman asked was completely false. Ninja, you need to go. Come on, kitty. Shoot. Whoop. And anybody getting money is because they're there legally. They're known to be there. It would be kind of silly for someone who's here illegally to be getting a bunch of money from someone from the government. Doesn't make sense. They would be found out and taken and deported. So that doesn't make any sense. So the people getting money are supposed to be getting money, have allowed to get money. Any money from FEMA going to people that are immigrants is being handed out by FEMA. It's not being given from FEMA from funds that are allocated to FEMA for disaster relief. They are just the agency in which the funds are being allocated to these people. It just makes sense. They're set up for that. They're prepared for that. They have the personnel. We don't have to hire more people, spend your taxpayer dollars on more employees to go around and divvy out this money and find people where they're at, because it's not like they just all have a bank account set up we can just drop it in. So that's not happening. And then how soon is he going to deport them? I mean, people get deported all the time when they're found out to be murderers. That's not a thing that has to start happening. It's been happening. It happens all the time. You can go look it up if you want. You can find out. People they get deported. Oh, I need to shift. There we go. I was in high. I need to be in low. Oopsies. So Trump starts. I'm going to rerun these people. They don't move. I'm going to rear end you if you don't move. There you go. Hope no one's getting on. I need to lock the differentials in this. It's kind of heavy. Find out. So when do the murderers start getting deported? So let me just tell you that you're right about that. It's 13,999 to be exact. And murderers, many of these people murdered more than one person. Someone did 7. Someone did 7. These are not people we want in our country. So this was, I guess, released by somebody that loves us, maybe in Border Patrol. We don't know exactly where the numbers, but these are certified numbers. Didn't finish that thought. And you had 16,000 drug traffickers. That's why you don't read and drive at the same time. Another lesson to learn while watching this. Never read and drive at the same time. Not good. You had 16,000 drug traffickers. You had numbers that nobody's ever seen. 645,000 criminals overall in our country. Nobody has an idea. They're from places unknown. Nobody knows who they are, what they are. That's not true at all. We know a lot of the people who are coming over here to our country. We don't know the ones that sneak in, obviously. But that's not 645,000 people that snuck in. How would you know that number? If they snuck in and you don't know who they are, how do you know the number? These are people coming normally that are allowed to be here. That's it. They're in our country, blah, blah, blah. But we know they had over 600,000 people released into our country, along with the ones that you were talking about, the 21,000. But them, 13,000, more than 13,000 are murderers, and some are on schedule to die. They were scheduled for the death penalty, and we have them now nicely ensconced in our country. Now, oopsies. Let's not do that. Look out. Come on, speed up. Come on, speed up. Alright, maybe not. Maybe not speed up. And now these murderers, they're in our country, Trump says. I tell you what, we've never seen, we have the worst president. I'll tell you what. Alright, so Trump, I'll tell you what, we have the worst president and the worst vice president in the history of America. Also false. It just makes no sense to say that. There are way worse people that were in charge of our country than Biden. Even if you don't like Biden and Harris and you don't think everything they did was good, which I don't either, I can't imagine that they're the worst. I'm sure there's others out there that are way worse. Well, I need to shift down. Oh. I just don't have the build for this. Yeah, I'm not set up for this heavier load. It's a little much. We're doing it though. We'll make it. I'm burning a lot of fuel. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're burning fuel fast. That's not good. I tell you what, you know, the worst president and vice president in the history of America. They're horrible. They are horrible. That could happen. And just the concept of open borders doesn't make sense. You know, we built 500 miles of wall, not true. And we're going to add another 200. Much more than I said I was going to do. And that's why that's why we had the best numbers ever. It doesn't make sense. Oh, the chart. You know the chart? My favorite chart, Allie. She cares about your chart. My favorite piece of paper. What? Oh, vehicle inspection? Shitty. Alright. His chart. So you know my chart, my favorite chart, Allie? My favorite piece of paper, my favorite chart. But we had a chart. Do you have something up here that I could show? I love that. I love that chart. Oh, I love that chart. If I didn't look to the right, I wouldn't be going to Butler tomorrow. You know, we're going to be in Butler tomorrow. If I didn't look over, so no. I don't know where that came from. But if you look at the chart, at the arrow on the bottom, that shows the lowest number in the history of our country. That was the day I left office. Okay. Sure. I'm sure out there you can find a number that says that. Yeah, not perfect technical state yet because I crashed it. Go to 5. Let me on the expressway, jerk. Let's try 6 next. 5's 6 after 5, huh? It's a rest stop, but not gas. We need gasoline. Yeah, we'll rest too. We'll rest real quick. We'll read that chart. But if you look at the chart, at the bottom of the chart, that shows a number. Ooh, buddy. Getting some rest. If you follow the arrow at the bottom, that shows the lowest number in the history of our country. That was the day I left office. And these clowns took over. And what they've done to our country between that and so many other things. let's put this over here. Between that and so many other things, what they've done to our country. But I view inflation was the worst we've ever had. I think they say, oh, it was only in 48 years. Somebody, one of the fake news back there, they corrected me one time. They said, no, 48 years, oh, okay, but it wasn't. I believe it was the worst we've ever had. And that's been one of the big problems. But to me, and I know that you talk about the economy and you talk about all of the costs, and the costs are so bad. To me, the worst is the border. Because it's like what they're doing is destroying our country. And it's not easy. The question was, when do you start deporting people, mind you? The question was from Allie, when do you start deporting people? But to me, I know that you talk about the bad economy and you talk about all of the costs, and the costs are so bad. To me, the worst is the border, because it's like what they're doing is they're destroying our country, and it's not easy. We're going to get them out. We're going to have the largest deportation in history. Okay, here we go, maybe. I'm not proud to say that either, but it's a tough thing to do, and we're going to get Anna, it's Allie, and we're going to get Anna, we're going to get out the criminals. Get the criminals out. We're going to start with the worst of them, and we're going to get them out. And you know who's going to help us? Local law enforcement. Local law enforcement. They're going to be great. They're not prepared for that. They need a lot of training for that. There's no training in local law enforcement that trains them on a typical day to go out and round up people that need to be deported. I'm sure there's general training. I'm sure there's some classes, some seminars to sit through on how to deal with people who don't speak English, of course, who are from another country, who are here, who don't understand certain things. Tons of that, but not immigration police, not someone who's trained to find somebody, go through their history, figure out whether or not they're supposed to be here, and then round them up, put them somewhere, house them, and then send them back to wherever they came from. That's not something the local police are trained to do. So if he wants that to happen, I guess he needs to really start talking about funding police a whole bunch and retraining a lot. Like the whole dang shebang should have to be retrained if that's the case. So local law enforcement is going to do that. They're going to be great. You know their names. They know their serial numbers. We're going to get them out. No, they don't. The local law enforcement do not know the names of these people or their serial numbers, if they had serial numbers. And once again, if you're a person who is here unknown and you're illegally here, you probably don't have a serial number. Don't get it. Okay, so moving on. And very simply, we have a little thing called MEGA. Everybody knows MEGA. It's called Make America Great Again. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make America great again. Thank you, darling. Really good question. So he didn't say at all when. Really great question. Thank you, Anna. Oh, okay, so he talked to Anna. He answered Anna. That's who Anna was. Okay, I got that wrong. Mr. President, says Anna, to your credit, too, I think that's largely what you've actually outpaced every other candidate for president with the support from the Hispanic American community, because it's not just a race thing. We all want border security, so thank you, Mr. President. So apparently saying he's going to deport lots of immigrants, even Hispanics, wins him points with Hispanic people. Sure. Lick those boots, Anna. Lick those boots. Ooh. Do I have a radio on? What? I have music on? Have I had music on the whole time? Weird. There we go. That was strange. What? Some air. We have a incredible community. I don't know, it's just very energetic. You know that, right? It's energetic. And they're very entrepreneurial. And they love our country. And we've gotten record numbers with the Hispanic community. And I don't know, it just works. It just works. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you, darling, very much. You keep calling her darling, and that's kind of weird too. Like, you can just call her by her name. You don't have to call her darling. If you forgot her name, you can be honest and say, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Oh, it's Allie. Thank you, Allie, for your question. Don't just call a woman darling if you don't know her name. That's just really strange. I know you're old, but it's still fucking weird. Oop, we're in level 5. Let's get out of here. Got the whiny, curvy little road. Why is my headlight out? Oh, my truck's broken. Oh yeah, I crashed my truck. Now I got a headlight out. That's not good. We're driving one headlight out tonight. Better let me over, guy. Coming in. Oop, big curve. Let's not roll over our truck this time. Yeah, let's not tip our truck. That was scary. Now, what was my brights button? I forgot. Oh, we got a lot of turns here. Boy, this is scary at night and I can't see without my light. Ooh, these turns are windy. Alright, so second question. Alright, Mr. President, our next question is from John. He was a Green Beret captain, badass, who was actually kicked out of the military. I think he's going to share with you his story. 1 second. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Shit happens, bro. Let's find out. Oh, too many turns. Audience question. The Biden-Harris COVID-19... Oh, that's what it's going to be about. Go out of the... I can't see. The Biden-Harris COVID-19 vaccine mandate... Yeah. Well, okay, I guess I'm not too bummed out. It was very damaging to the military. It forced thousands of service members out, and thousands do not want to join now. The Biden-Harris DoD has the lowest recruiting in modern history, and now they're pushing more woke training. Not true. You can talk to actual people in the military who are there and care. That's not the way it is. It's not that bad. There's not like a bunch of people being forced to have ideas they don't want to have or do things they don't want to do, or it's still a free, open military that it's always been, and we still have to follow all the rules too that we always had to follow. So I was there not that long ago. I know people in right now. Definitely know it's not like that. And the COVID policies for the military was very appropriate. I don't know anybody in the military who is not familiar with getting a vaccine or a shot like every 6 months while you're in. Like, that makes no sense for anybody in the military. If you're in the Army, Marines, Air Force, I don't care. You're getting shots whether you like it or not, and that's all there is to it. Get over it. If you don't want shots, don't join the fucking military, period. That's it. It's not that place. We fight for democracy. It's not a goddamn democracy there. That's what we fight for, but it's not up to you to say I don't want the shots. You're around a bunch of other soldiers, you are nut to butt with everybody else in the barracks. You do not deserve to say I don't want a shot and keep my fucking brothers and sisters safe. fuck you. If you're in the military and you don't want a shot, fuck you. You need to get those shots. That's your fucking duty. That's your obligation. That's your duty. That's what you signed up for. You get those fucking shots. You stay healthy. That's it. There ain't no other. So sorry, Green Beret. Fucking good job, buddy. Thanks, Captain. But you get those fucking shots. You're gonna let your soldiers down if you don't. Shame on you. What do you say here? Minor history, now they're pushing more woke training. So how do you plan to repair the military from the damage that was done and hold military leaders accountable? Doesn't need to. But let's see what he has to say. So I want to have them come back to the military with pay. And, you know, they've been talking about that, but it never happened. They never did what they said they were going to do. They should have never been a mandate. There should have never been a mandate. That should have never happened. We should have been given a chance, a choice, as we say. We want a choice in education, we want a choice there too. No, you don't get a choice in the Army. It just ain't how it goes. I don't know what Army you never went to, buddy. Like, I actually had joined, got in, was in for quite a while, and then I developed bone spurs in my hips and blew my hips apart and had to get surgery, and now I'm not in. That motherfucker used my actual medical problem as an excuse to not be in. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Trump. You don't know a lick of what you're saying, buddy. Not a lick. I want a choice there, too. And that should have never happened. And, you know, we lost some of our best people in the military, too. Did you leave? Did you leave? Did you ever take the vaccine? I never did, sir. So you want a choice, yeah? When you get back in there, if they were able to? Would you go back in if they were able to? As long as there is accountability, potentially. Well, I don't want you back in. Don't need you back in. Better off without you, buddy. Sure, you're a great soldier. A fucking badass beret, but that's not keeping your soldiers safe. When you're not there fully, something I know about that. When I got injured and I got hurt, I lost all accountability of myself. Not want to take care of myself. And if you don't take care of yourself health-wise, you cannot take care of your soldiers. Sir. So sorry about that. I think accountability is right. They're going to fire their asses. So you're going to get rid of other good soldiers because one more soldier wants in that doesn't just want to take a vaccine. You're going to get rid of more good soldiers that are fighting for our country, fire their asses, so to speak, as if you could do that, and replace all of them with one captain who doesn't want to take a vaccine. Alright, commander and fucking thief of the country. Got it. Sure. Oops. I gotta turn? Yeah, I gotta turn up here. I gotta pay attention so I don't crash. Ninja, you're not going outside. A big truck. Run me off the road. Oh, I can get gas here. Right? Oh no, I can drop the load off here. We're done. Look at that. Look at that. We finished the load without crashing. Or even one ticket so far. Go up one and turn. Drop this load off and finish reading. Be Trump's answer to accountability in the military for people not wanting to take vaccines. Accountability was already taken. You were held accountable for not wanting to take a vaccine. You disobeyed the order, you were removed from your duty. We don't get a choice. Did it. Sorry, we're busy. I'm reading stuff. I'm late. Oops. It's okay. Accountability is right. They're going to fire their asses. We don't want that. We don't want to lose this guy. He's central casting. We want to get him back in. Yeah, we're going to take care of it. I hope you do come back. Or I hope you do very well outside, to be honest. Wherever you are, I just want you to do well. But we're going to get rid of people coming. We're going to get a lot of people coming back. They should have never had the mandate. The mandate was a big mistake, and they treated people terribly. Terribly? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. We lost a lot of great people. Also another, with the police forces. I mean, a lot of people were forced into doing things they didn't want to do. That's what happens during a century, like a once-in-a-century pandemic. We've only had one a long time ago, so we can say that. Once-in-a-century pandemic, we had no idea, and it wasn't even the same flu, same strain, same anything as last time. All new stuff. Doctors had to figure it out. Scientists were figuring everything out. No, they weren't giving out right information correctly at the beginning. Some was good, some wasn't great. They were still trying to figure it out. That's kind of how science works with unknown variables. We're trying to figure it out. So the mandates were to protect people from something we had almost no idea about. And they stayed in place because they needed to be in place to protect people from something we knew was hurting people after we found out. I also, too, if I could, Mr. President, let's get a job. Let's continue a job. On a science scale point, hazardous cargo. Yeah. New upgrades available. Alright, what do we got around here? Right where we're at. Let's not do that, because if I do that, then it's going to show me a job I can't have, like it likes to do. Oops. There we go. What are you doing, Chuck? The lights aren't on. How do I get out of here? I gotta fix my truck. I gotta get the heck out of this place. Here we go. There it is. Oh, there's the job. Let's go fix our truck first. Right across the street. Let's go fix our truck across the street, and we'll read another question. I guess I'll go out the exit. I'll stay on the right side of the road, I suppose. There we go. I can't go that way. Alright, let's go over here. I can cut through. There's a Walbert. Found us a little Walberts. Trump talking about stuff and finding us a Wallbird, so there's a job. Skirt. We'll get back to it in a second. Just getting over here to a place where I can get some gasoline and fix my truck. So I got a headlight out. We flipped my truck over last game, and now I got a headlight out. So we're gonna come over here. Get some fuel. Fuel. Alright, I also too, if I could, Mr. President, I don't think I told you this story yet, but we had some of our friends. Alright, yeah, we'll skip that. That's not a question. Third audience question. Mr. President, our next question comes from the active duty service member here at Fort Bragg. Alright. Active duty service member from Fort Bragg. Come on. Alright, where do we repair at? I see it. Come on, 4. Service. Spend a bunch of money on this. Repair all. Alright. That's done. Cummins 450, Cummins 505. Let's do that. How much money have I got? 95 grand? Alright. Let's get that. Transmission. We got the Eaton 13 speed, which is fine. Keep that on there. Good God, 18 speeds? Jesus. It's crazy. Don't need that. Alright, what about... I guess I can let go of my clutch. Anything better on here? I need 200 gallon tank, 200 gallon medium. No, I think we're good. Ooh, I can get a sleeper? Oh. We're gonna have to get a sleeper. Uh-oh. I'll have to do that later. Alright, confirm order. What are you doing? Silly truck. Our next question comes from an active duty service member here at Fort Bragg. They like it. Austin, where are you at? Oh, front row. That was good. Good evening, Donald Trump. Thank you. Or good evening is the normal response to that. Most people just say good evening back or hello. Good evening. Thank you. I'm glad I made this evening great for you. I appreciate you knowing my evening was great for you. That's Trump for you. Let's go over here and get let's see, a job. We have jobs here. Yep. There's a jobby job over there. Did I see a job over here? Oh no, I saw a weight thing. Dang it. Shit. There's jobs back here at the Wahlberg. Wahlbros, whatever it's called. There's jobs back here at the Wahlbro. Wall something. Hotaburger. No, one more up. Unimas. Here we go. Going on, my light's on. Ah. Nobody saw that. Come on, Chuck. Freight market. Let's get it. Empty pallets. 23,000 pounds. Sure. And it's back into Idaho. Let's go this way. Not very much. I'll take job. Oh. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Keep stalling my truck out. Alright, here we go. Where's the job at? Over there? Ooh, I almost hit that. Come on, you son of a gun. Oh my, steering wheel's upside down. What are we doing here? Where is it at? Right there? Oh, come on. Chair slide back on me. Alright, so we have... Where was the audience question at? We've never done this before. I'm actually an active duty soldier here at Fort Liberty. And I want to start off by saying I'm here in personal compadre for you. He meant Fort Bragg, right? Yes. No, he didn't. Fort Bragg, I know. Are you not a soldier now? No, I'm a soldier. I'm currently active duty. He just said that. He just said he was currently active duty. You are, but on a, oh shit, I think it's on. What? What did he say? I know. Are you not a soldier now? No, I'm a soldier. I'm currently active duty. Trump then says, yeah, you are, but on a dash, oh shit, I think it's on. Audience member. I'm here in my personal capacity, not speaking on behalf of the Army or DOD in any way. This week we saw the missiles flying into Israel from Iran, and how impressive the Iron Dome is in protecting Israel. What are your thoughts on the Iron Dome for America? We don't need one. We don't really need one. That makes no sense. You're a silly man. Silly man. We don't need an Iron Dome in America. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. Now I can see. Bam. Slam that sucker in there. Alright. Drive. Reverse. Come on. Okay. Let's get on the road. on the road and trucking, reading this question. So we're reading Donald Trump's transcript from his recent town hall in Fayetteville, North Carolina, formerly known as Fort Bragg, now Fort Liberty, thankfully, as it should be. Oh. And the question, oops, let's turn. The question is, let's stop here. Put it in first, not reverse, that would be bad. He's here in personal capacity, this man. He sees the missiles flying into Israel from Iran and how impressive the Iron Dome is. Do we need an Iron Dome for America? I love it. I mean, I love it. How can you not? I love it. We're going to have it. One of the things I say, we're going to have an Iron Dome. When do you say that? Why shouldn't we have an Iron Dome? Because we don't need one. We just don't need one. And you see how effective. So the other day, 287 big missiles, ballistic missiles, were shot into Israel. Let's get going here. 287 ballistic missiles were shot into Israel. Big missiles were shot into Israel. Every single one of them was taken down. Well, why shouldn't we have that? Because we don't have people shooting ballistic missiles into our country. When was the last time someone ever shot a ballistic missile into our country? When did that happen last? I'm waiting. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never been a thing. So why should we have a Iron Dome? Because we don't flippin' need it. There we go. Oh. Where are we at? I lost it. So the silly question. Silly question, even sillier answer. Why don't we have an Iron Dome? Well, because we don't need one. What do you think we do? Let's see. Do we want to read this whole discussion of the Iron Dome in America? And it's all going to be made in the United States. You know, it was our technology. It's all going to be made in the U.S., and a lot of it's going to be made in a place called North Carolina, if you don't mind, okay? And I think it's going to be, I think I just learned the secret. Look, we're going to win. I believe you got to get out there. You got to go vote and all that. What is he talking about? But I think I just learned the secret to winning absolute and by massive margins. Are you talking about? I don't know what that means. By making Iron Dome, you're gonna win votes. Is that what you're talking about? I don't understand. I gotta get off the expressway up here. I gotta merge onto another expressway. I'm going to promise you, as I said in the beginning, that we're going to change the name back to Fort Bragg because I think that the word gets out. expressway. Whoop. Look out. Put her in high. Got on my headlights now. Because I think when the word gets out, I just see this great looking soldier just accidentally said Fort Liberty, and he got almost booed the hell out of the place. That's terrible. That's ridiculous. The active duty actual soldier, not the one that left because he couldn't fucking handle a needle. Like a big fucking baby. Captain baby man. That was not good. Anyway, I believe it's absolutely something that we want to have for safety. No, we don't. And we're a target for a lot of different places. I listened to Biden yesterday. Oh, I'm on an 8th. You know, since I went under the wing, you know, I used to go under the wing of the aircraft. Nobody ever did that before. Okay. I did. All of a sudden, Biden started. But he only takes like half a question. He usually can't answer it. What are you talking about? Being under a wing of what? Taking questions from under a wing of what? But they asked him, and you think about, what do you... My lips are like dry. That's what I think about. Oh, come on. Don't be slowing down, people. But they asked him, what do you think about pulling in for the weight station? Son of a fart. I don't want to pull in for a weight station. Why don't they have to pull in for the weight station? Okay. I just repaired it, not in perfect technical state. I just repaired it, you jerks. It does pull to the left a little bit still. It is like really pulling to the right. The right actually. It's left. Alright, so crazy question, crazy answer. Now he's talking about Biden being under the wing. But they asked him, what do you think about Iran? Would you hit Iran? Then he goes, as long as they don't hit the nuclear stuff, that's the thing you want to hit, right? I said, I think he's got that one wrong. Isn't that what you're supposed to hit? I mean, it's almost the biggest risk it's the biggest risk we have, nuclear weapons. The power of nuclear weapons. The power of weaponry. I have no idea what this guy is going on about. You know, I rebuilt the entire military. What? Trump rebuilt the entire military? I was there when he was president, and I don't remember anything getting fucking rebuilt. I was in some shitty ass barracks sometimes. There was not a fucking thing getting rebuilt when he was the president. What are you talking about? You were my commander-in-chief, sir, and you didn't rebuild a fucking thing. I remember going home one day because there was not money for the fucking government because you guys shut it the fuck down. So you're cray-cray, buddy. To rebuild the military. So, you know, I rebuilt the military. Jets, everything, I built it, including nuclear. And I hated to build the nuclear. But I got to know firsthand the power of that stuff. And I'll tell you what, we have to be totally prepared. We have to be absolutely prepared. But when they asked, they're like, and Iron Dome is not going to stop, and it's not made for like nuclear missiles. Like, I mean, I guess, yeah. But, like, that's not what it's designed. Like, what are we doing here? Come on. Definitely not what it's designed for. But he rebuilt the military, all the jets. But when they asked him the first question, the answer should have been hit the nuclear first and worry about the rest later. Okay. And that's where they should. So you let me know how appropriate it is to hit a nuclear site with a bomb. And you figure that fucking out for yourself. What happens when you do that? Just blow up a nuclear site with a bomb. Just arbitrarily just launch it on in there. You're just going to neutralize it, right? It's just all going to... There's a bomb that sucks up all the nuclear radiation when you hit it. Bomb comes in. I get it. The bomb comes in. It aims at no people, no scientists, no non-combat civilians. It hits all combat targets, and it only hits the electronics in the plant and disables the whole plant. And if it does cause a nuclear disaster, then the bomb just sucks up the nuclear waste or something, right? Okay, that's how it works. And that's where they should, if they're going to, they should, they are, and man, it's so hard. And that's where they should. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But we'll find out whatever their plans are. But great question, thank you very much, thank you. Ooh, what's this pretty place? Very nice. Good question. Thank you. Anna Polina, thank you, Austin, Mr. President. I don't think you get enough credit for what you did with the Abraham Accords. I mean, that was really historical. I'll have to look up on that. I'm, much to my chagrin, not familiar. So a lot of things are happening and very fast. Anna Polina, but realistically, whoops, I skipped. Realistically, because of the failed foreign policy out of this current administration, we are on the verge of World War III. When you get back in office, what are you going to do to change it? Gotta get over. Dang, construction. I'm going through it. It won't let me go through it. It won't let me go through it. I want to go through it. I'm cheating. It won't let me go. That's so silly. There's cars in the way. Move, cars. Oh, you son of a gun. Whoops. I'll try it again. I already thought it would let me go through. I thought it would let me go through that construction. I've done it before. Dang, I go all the way around now. Ah, it sucks. So when you get back in office, Trump, what are you going to do to change the foreign policy of this administration? Because apparently it sucks, from what Anna Paulina Luna says. I just got like tea crusties on my lip is what's going on. Pardon my tea crusties. That's what we got happening here. I gotta spin around before I do this answer. Let's spin around before we do the answer. Before we get to the answer, let's do a little spinny spin. Probably turn down the truck a little bit. It's kind of loud. Let's get over here and turn around real quick. No, we don't want no stinking exit. It's not yet. We go down here and turn around. Go down here and turn around. Fix my hair while I'm driving. My camera reset again. Sorry if you're over there. Darn cop. Get out of my way, copper. Get back on the road, back on the road. Talking about Trump at the Fayetteville Town Hall. As I said before, we're reading Trump's transcript instead of giving him the benefit of trying to watch him and interpret what he says and treat him like a child. I'm not going to give you that opportunity. I'm going to read all the nonsense he's saying out loud, and then you can take it from there. But I think we need to take a quick little break. I got a real life take a rest stop. So let's do a real life little rest stop right here. Pause it, not forget where we're at. Hopefully I don't crash the truck when I come back. Quick break. I don't know why we capitalized all that. That was silly. Alright. Be right back. And we're back to the Donald Trump Fayetteville Town Hall transcript reread while we're playing some American Truck Simulator. Because just sitting here and reading is boring. So we give you something to watch while we read. Watch me drive like a crazy maniac while we read, while I do my hair. Right. Tea bag, go. Got me some fresh tea. Got a quick little safety meeting in, getting comfortable, getting rid of the back pain. Driving this truck hurts even in virtual reality. I get real life back pain from it. So, we do that. We get comfortable. We get back to it. Put a little back pillow there. Whap. Oops, sorry about that. Shaking all the stuff here. Ha, ha. Alright, here we go. Let's read a minute before we get back to it. But realistically, because of the failed foreign policy out of his current administration, we are on the verge of World War III. No. When you get back in office, what are you going to do to change it? So a lot of things are happening very fast. And you know, we could end up in World War III before we get there. The way it's going right now. Woo! Look out now. You can end up there very fast. The way it's going right now. Oops, I gotta get over. Look at Russia with Ukraine. Yeah, look at Russia with Ukraine. Russia just going on in, taking land, and Trump not doing anything to stop it, not saying how he'll stop it. He'll just say he's going to walk in, tell them to knock it off. Bad boy. Thinks he's going to smack Putin on his little wrist. And that'll be it. That's not going to be it. Let's move this up here, out of the way, so I don't bump my screen. Whoop. That's a disaster. Look at the Middle East. It's exploding all over the place. Yeah. And we're funding that. That's what we're funding. That's what we don't need to send money is to Israel so they can keep on blowing everybody up and causing an actual massive war. Not World War III, but definitely a new war in the Middle East that we will probably be a part of if Israel doesn't stop. That we will be a part of. If Israel does not stop trying to blow everybody up. They are blowing everyone up. That's what's blowing up over there. People that should not be being blown up. It's exploding all over the place. And we have people that don't pay attention to where we're going. Put her in a granny hole. Shift. Come on. Come on, baby. Where we at here? Guess we get over. I guess we're here. It's exploding all over the place. And we have people, look, we have a president that spends most of his time on the beach. Not true. Sleeping. I never saw a guy could sleep on the front of a camera. You've slept plenty of times, Donald. Old Don, you've slept plenty of times on camera. That's what people do when they're old. Does anybody think of it? No. I don't sleep that much. I toss and turn. I think. I'm always thinking. Do you ever do that? You're sweating and you're thinking and you're trying to figure out how to beat this one, that. Look, how to make a country great. I have no idea what you're saying. But I toss and turn. This guy just falls asleep on the beach like there's nothing to it. I wish I had that ability. That's one ability that I do not have. You fall asleep in court during your trial, like with your money on the line. You definitely have that ability, I think. I definitely think so. Come on, it's the longest light in the world. What the heck's going on here? Already crossed? Alright. Where do I go? Here? Okay. I guess we go this way. And through all this, and oh, here we are. Well, the job is already done. What do you know? Stop. Why? Why did I have to stop? So Trump is tossing and turning. This guy just falls asleep on the beach. I wish I had that ability, he says. Let's go drop this off real quick. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, why rush and rush until life's no fun? I wouldn't mind having it. I could use a little extra sleep. But we are going to. We are going to do things with our country. We just have to be respected again. You know, Viktor Orban. Oh, great. Viktor Orban is a damn dictator. You know, Viktor Orban, he's, you know, the fake news. A lot of the fake news back there, by the way. But the fake news, you know, they call him a strong man. He's the head of Hungary. And he's a very strong guy. A very tough guy. But, I mean, more than anything, he's a very smart guy. And they said, why is the world blowing up? You have the Middle East is blowing up. You have Russia, Ukraine. That could lead to catastrophe. You talk about nuclear weapons. That could be a total catastrophe. Why is it? I'm still lost. He said if you put Trump back in the White House, it's all going to end. You're going to have peace. You know, we had 4 years. We didn't have any wars. It's not a way to mark, like, that's not how that works. There was plenty of wars all throughout the world. And not starting one doesn't mean you did good. It's not how that works. We didn't have any wars. We didn't have any terrorism. What? We didn't have anything. And I won't tell you exactly what he said. Maybe I will. He will. He said because they were afraid of Trump. I don't want to be the one saying that, but they were probably afraid of me because they think I was crazy. That's what we want in a commander-in-chief, someone who says they're crazy. And that's a good thing to think, right, soldier? They said this guy is crazy. No, it's not a good thing to think about our president. But no, he said, oh, it's insane. Let's go find a job. Oh, it's insane to read this guy's stuff. It's hard to even keep up. Let's go find... Let's see, what do we got here? What are the jobs here? What do we got? Oh. Train. Choo-choo train. Wow, we could have got hit by that. That'd have been dangerous. That'd have for sure jacked my truck up. Job type selection. Freight market. I've been muted. Whoops. I coughed and I muted and I forgot to unmute. We're dorks. Here we go. Can I make this turn? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got us a little train. Stop, make sure there's no trains coming. Okay. I could have went out right there, I guess. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's go. Alright, where were we at? But he said if you put Trump back in the White House, you're going to have all this stuff. It's going to heal. October 7th would have never happened. The attack on Israel would have never happened. Remember, Iran was broke. They were giving money to Hezbollah. They were giving money to anybody. Any of these, they call them delegates of terror a lot. So, yeah, Iran being in charge of Hezbollah, them giving them money, sure, great. The money that was locked up, Trump was talking about, was not given to any terrorist organization. It was earmarked, checked on, monitored by the government. It was all money for people who live in a country that just live there. They have nothing to do with terrorism, nothing to do with war, nothing to do with any of that. They're just people like you and me who live in a country without money, and they need money. So that's where that money went. It didn't go to terrorism, it didn't go to bombs, didn't go to any of that. 100% verifiable fact. I'm not stopping. Oh, I didn't sleep. Shoot. I gotta go over here and sleep. Can I go? Nope, I can't go that way. Nope, get out of here. Let's go over here. I probably should have did a sleep before I started the job, but that's alright. We'll manage. How do I get over there? How do I get over there to sleep? Can't go in that way. We'll figure it out. A lot of different names, but it's always terror. And when there was no money for Hamas, and now you look, because you were such a big part of it, we had no attacks, and we had no terrorism, we had no nothing. And for 4 years we had, and I wanted to talk about it during the 4 years, but that was never smart. Remember Robert? That's never smart to do. So I didn't, but I talk about it a lot now. We had no attacks. That's not, because it wasn't something you thought about back then, because it wasn't a thing. We weren't sitting around saying, hey, it's cool we don't get attacked right now. That's not how that works. We had none of this stuff going on. We defeated ISIS, by the way. We took ISIS. We defeated them in 4 weeks. It was supposed to take 5 years. I rebuilt the military again. No, we didn't. And we had a military, and we had great generals. Not the television guys, by the way. Oops. Oops. What are you doing, truck? What in the world? Ugh, it's long ass lights. I need to go that way. Let's find is there a rest stop on the way? Or where are we going? No. Scales there. Tacoma. We can stop at Tacoma. make it easy and stop in Tacoma. Nah, we won't do that. We can stop right there. We'll do it right here. Ha. Okay, let's get in there. Alright. We had to go this way anyway. And we had great generals. Not the television guys, by the way. The real generals. Okay, so not General Milley. He's not a real general, of course. But we defeated ISIS quickly. I was supposed to take 5 years. We did it in 4 weeks. We have a great military, and we have a military that's not woke. Yeah, because it's not woke. That's right. That's one true thing he has said. We don't have a woke military. We have a military that cares about people. It started with repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, which was amazing. It made us so much closer as a unit when people were able to feel comfortable around their own friends, brothers and sisters that they fought with. So that was great. And so yeah, we're not woke. We just accept everybody because we're a military full of Americans, and America is full of people who are all different. So to expect there to be not people in the military that are LGBTQ is just silly. Let's get around this, navigate this nonsense. Oh, seriously? Get over here and get to sleep. I can't go in there? Oh, I can, right here. No, I can't. Oh, I can. Whew! Thought I couldn't go in here. It's about to cry. Okay. Getting that rest. We did it in 4. We had a great military. We had a great military. It's not woke. You may have a few people on the top that are woke, and we're going to get rid of them so damn fast your head's going to explode. That's just ridiculous. Absolutely silly. Anna Polina. So we have a new question, hopefully. Yeah, he's not kidding. I mean, we've traveled around the world. Yeah, great. Oops. Can't go with the parking brake engaged, huh? Doesn't typically work. Let's get going on the road a little bit. Yep, okay. Gotta make sure we do wide turns so we don't get stuck. Got an extra fucking trailer here, don't want to get stuck on stuff. Got the extra trailer there. Don't want to get her all caught up on things, eh? Come on, guy, go. Come on, go. Let's go. I guess he doesn't have a light either. Can I turn on? No, probably not. Come on. As soon as start going. Yeah, he's not kidding. I mean, we've traveled around the world. Justin Codels and every single world leader that we met with said they needed you back because you'd be tough. I really can't imagine any of the other world leaders saying they want Trump back. On China. They know that other people won't be tough on China, but you'll be tough on China. There are plenty of world leaders out there that can be tough on China. Doesn't have to be us. And we don't need to be. Silly premise. Well, even China likes us back, Trump says. You know, China wants to see a little stability too. But I charged China hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes and tariffs. And they paid it. And frankly, we had a good relationship. With President Xi, but they paid hundreds of billions of dollars. No other president got them to pay 10 cents. Not literally, not 10 cents, but hundreds of billions of dollars. Okay. And you know what? More importantly, they respected our country. They don't respect us anymore. They respect your country, and they respect us again. I don't know how just being you is making China respect us. I don't get it. They don't respond to whatever you think you're doing. Audience member, amen, sir. Peace through strength. Okay. Question from VA advocate. Anna says, our next question is from Sarah. Sarah is a VA advocate. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, where are you? Oh, perfect. Hi, Sarah. Go ahead. Audience question. We're working now. As you know, you talked about Walter Reed, sir. And I'll just say my husband is one of the most catastrophically wounded surviving service members. Sorry for that. And you visit him there many times. Oops, let's go. Alright, let's get to the question. Of this jibber jabber. Are people behind me honking? Sorry. I'm not going any faster, buddy. Oop. Sorry, got a big old load, buddy. I'm not going any faster. Alright, so let's get to the question. Let's get to the question on the Saturday morning Super Paz read of Donald Trump's what do you call it? Town Hall in Fayetteville. We are doing the Donald Trump Town Hall in Fayetteville, Fort Liberty, formerly Fort Bragg. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I want to talk about what? Jesus, fucking wait stations. Seriously? Come on. Ding dang wait stations. But I want to talk about all the advancements you made for our community care and your empowered veterans to choose their own providers. And Secretary will see, and I was so proud to stand with you many times in the White House as you signed historic legislation and executive orders to take care of our military and veteran families. We watched that community be actively limited and oops, if I get over. We've watched that community we watched that actively limited and actively rolled back. President Trump, how are you going to bring that back as day one priority and give veterans a choice for the best medical care back again? Okay, so how are we going to get medical care back for veterans is the question. Also worded a little hard to read, but we got it. Drink some tea. Oh, little tea. There we go. Such a great question, and thank you. And what a good wife that is. I'll bet your husband's great. You love your husband, right? You know the people like you. Oops, I'm in the wrong lane. You know the people like you. What's your first name? Sarah. She said that already. People like Sarah are so important to our country because they take care of people that are great heroes. Oh, come on. Get on the road. Junkie, go home. Real heroes, and they take care. And if they didn't take care, the hospitals would be unable to do it. Oh, come on. They just would be on their own. They just would be there right now. I mean, with all the migrants. I'm trying to read it right, but it's just hard to read them. The migrants have taken over our hospitals. Oh, of course. And they've taken our schools. We don't have anything. People like Sarah and the job they do is incredible, and they do it out of pure love. And they do it for any other reason. They do it out of pure love. And we have to help them. We have to help them because the medical costs would be unaffordable. Oh shit, I missed their exit. Dang it. Arg. But people like Sarah, the job they do is incredible, and they do it out of pure love. They do it for any other reasons. They do it for pure love, and we have to help them. We have to help them because the medical costs would be unaffordable by our nation, and it would be totally unaffordable. Yep, that's all true. We need to help out that. Need to help out that group, for sure. I am a part of that group. I wouldn't mind that help. And it was better before. I heard it sliding. I spoke with Robert before, who did, by the way, an incredible job. Let's get over here and turn around because I missed my exit. Let's turn around because I missed my exit. Oh God. Am I coming? Get back on the expressway. This time let's not miss our exit. Oh, 6 low, not 8. Back on the road. Again, back on the road. Guys, this is a long answer. This is a long answer. So Robert did a great job. You know, an incredible job. Stand up, please. And Sarah, we had, thank you, Robert. You know, we had 92% approval rating at the VA. 92%. Now it's down to 40s. We had a thing called choice. Yep. Where if you had to wait too long over a doctor, you know the story, you had to wait too long. Yeah. It was never quite funded properly, and that was while you were president, Donald Trump. I don't know what you planned on doing. That's different, but you never quite funded it properly either. So I like to see that. Let's put it in low. Might need that fucking extra gear. I might need that extra gear. Guys were waiting 4 or 5, 6 months. They'd go in the mirror. They go with it. They go with a minor problem, and they end up being terminally ill because they didn't take care of it. They could have been taken care of with a shot, a pill, a minor operation. Well, they want to take a COVID shot, then yeah, it might not be able to be taken care of. They end up dying, and we get charged. It's not like there are problems, yeah, but she speaks so hyperbolically that it just makes everybody believe the worst kind of thing about everything. So then he gets voted for out of fear. It really sucks that you guys don't learn the actual truth about things, and you just hear all the fear, and that's what you vote for. You vote for fear, and that really doesn't help us out in this country. Man, why is my truck leaning over the right? Nah, that's good now. I guess we're good. It seems like it's leaning. Oh, I'm going fast as fuck. We're going fast as fuck, boy. We're making up time. We also had accountability, remember? Accountability. So on choice, they tried to get it for 52 years, accountability for 58, accountability. You couldn't fire anybody in the VA. Let's get through town. Oh, we're almost here. Aberdeen discovered. Oop. Going to Aberdeen. We'll finish this long read answer when we get here. Finish this long old read once we get up here. Come on, let's go. Reading Donald Trump's answer to the question about VA accountability and getting more money for service members. That's what the question is, mind you. Remember that. Yeah, I know I gotta stop. I can hear you. I don't need to give me an alert sign every time I gotta stop, truck. I get it. And here we are, got the drop off right now. Delivery. What? Seriously? Yeah, in a hurry. Park it. Late? What? I was hauling ass. How was I late? Oh, I had to sleep, that's right. We had to sleep. That's why. Alright, so let's read this real quick. So on choice, they tried to get it for 52 years. Accountability for 58 years. Accountability. You couldn't fire anybody in the VA. And I said, that's no good because you had sadists in the VA. You had bad people in the VA. What? We had some bad people. And you're talking to a member of the VA, mind you. We had sadists in the VA, bad people in the VA. We had some bad people, and we fired about 9,000 people and replaced them with 9,000 good, loving people that love our heroes, right? And love our patriotic heroes. And that was a big thing. And I just said to Robert, how's it going nowadays? How's it going? And he said, they're getting rid of choice rapidly. Choice is when you can't see a doctor rapidly. You go outside. I didn't have choice at all. Like, I got sent to a dentist that fucked all my teeth up. That was when he was in. So, I don't know what to tell you. That was during Trump's presidency, and my teeth are all messed up because they didn't give me a choice. I couldn't go anywhere I wanted to. And Trump didn't do anything for that. Choice is when you can't see a doctor rapidly. You go outside and find a doctor. You go get yourself fixed up. And Sarah, we pay the bill. And it was a great thing. And he said it's rapidly not being used, not being allowed to be used. And, you know, I think actually didn't cost. I think it was probably, in the end, we probably saved on it. I don't know what that meant. But money isn't the big thing here. I think actually we saved money on it because people would get very, very sick. These people, this is a very long answer to this question. I am sorry. It is a very, very long answer to this simple question. Again, the question is, President Trump, how are you going to bring back as a day one priority and give veterans a choice? So it's choice. And I think at that moment we're going to take a break anyway. I think we are done for the day because it's a long question and we'll finish it up later. We will wrap this up another time. Because my wife is home and I'm going to enjoy the day taking a break. And we'll be back with Elden Ring tomorrow and I'll wrap up the rest of this reading the day after probably. Thanks for watching. Check you later. Where's my button at? My controls are gone. We didn't flip a chuck this time.